Welcome to Engadget's unnamed weekly roundup of video game news. I'm Jessica Condit. Here's what's going on in games right now. You watched Arcane, right? The Netflix series set in the League of Legends universe debuted in late 2021, and it was an instant sensation, starring fan-favorite characters like Jinx, Vi, and Caitlyn. The next season is set to come out in November, and Riot dropped a 1-minute teaser for it last Friday. The trailer has Singed experimenting on himself in a dreary laboratory, while a creature that looks like Warwick hangs above, connected to tubes and IVs. It's gonna get dark, kids. If you haven't watched Season 1 of Arcane, do that now. I guess we can all stop playing Tetris. 13-year-old Willis Gibson became the first person to reach the kill screen in the classic NES version of Tetris, 34 years after the game's debut. Gibson caught the moment on camera, and honestly, it gives me goosebumps every time I watch it. The competitive Tetris scene has been steadily growing over the past few years, and players are using a new input method called rolling that allows them to move pieces faster than ever. If you're into this kind of thing, I recommend watching Classic Tetris Monthly on Twitch or YouTube. Before we get back into all the game awards and live streams and media showcases this year, let's take a look at the video game promises heading into 2024. There's nothing official yet, but it looks like Nintendo is preparing to release the Switch 2 in 2024, 7 years after the launch of the original Switch, and right in the middle of the PS5 and Xbox Series X console cycle. According to early reports, the Switch 2 will be an iterative hardware update with slightly more processing power and support for DLSS and ray tracing. The big news is that Nintendo has finally joined us in the 21st century, and players should be able to transfer their Switch games to the new console without any roadblocks. Outside of the new Switch, 2024 is all about games. We know how this goes, right? In video games, a release date is really just the first step before a delay. So whatever you're into, prepare for heartbreak over the next 12 months. There are 2 games I'm confident will actually hit the market on their release dates in 2024, and that's only because they've been in development for years and delayed multiple times already. Ubisoft's open-world pirate simulator, Skull and Bones, is due out on February 16th for PS5, Xbox, and PC. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will hit PS5 on February 29th. Rebirth looks legit, while Skull and Bones doesn't. Other than that, we have a healthy lineup of titles to get excited about in 2024. On the mainstream front, there's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, Persona 3 Reload, The Silent Hill 2 Remake, Rise of the Ronin, Dragon's Dogma 2, Princess Peach Showtime, Star Wars Outlaws, Avowed, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Concord, and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And then there are the games I'm personally looking forward to in 2024. Most of these still have vague release windows, as if the developers didn't want to give a time frame at all, so they just whispered 2024 to their marketing teams and hoped no one would notice. But I did. I always do. I'm always watching. On my radar this year, there's Skate Story, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Baby Steps, The Plucky Squire, Mugenics, 33 Immortals, Thank Goodness You're Here, Despelote, Black Myth Wukong, Time Flies, Cryptmaster, Home Safety Hotline, and the early access runs of Hades 2 and Hyper Light Breaker, when any of these titles is inevitably delayed. We can all gather right here and have a good cry. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to this year and why it's Hollow Knight Silksong. It's CES week. The Engadget team is reporting live from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and there are already a bunch of new gadgets and announcements from companies including Samsung, Razer, LG, Sony, and Nvidia. The Engadget homepage has all of the latest news from CES 2024, so go check it out. I've been sticking with local co-op games during these chilly winter months, and now I've moved on to Baldur's Gate 3. I know, everyone is already telling you to play it, but this pitch is strictly for the split-screen crowd. Baldur's Gate 3 is a joy to play alongside a loved one, as long as your cleric actually remembers to heal your party every now and then. You know who you are. We'll be back next week with more video game news in video form. Subscribe to the Engadget YouTube channel for all the latest episodes, and check out Engadget.com.